Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to McMillan Park Community Center, home of the Fort Wayne Flight. Tonight, the Fort Wayne Flight will host in their inaugural season here in the CBA, the Indianapolis Blaze, coming 120 miles straight north I-69 to come play the Flight. As I mentioned, their first year in the CBA. They play out of Shortridge High School there in Indianapolis. They are led by first-year coach Dominique Ingram. The Blaze come in 1-1 overall in the season in the North Division here in the CBA. They are led by the outstanding scorer, number 3, 6'3", 170-pound talent out of Mercer College by way of Indianapolis, Indiana, Anthony White. Anthony White can flat out fill up the score sheet, averaging 30 points a game, 3.5 boards, 3.5 assists, and make it 3 steals. The kid is an absolute stud, just 24 years old, 6'3", 170. The Flight will definitely have to match up, and I'm sure Coach Roderick Wilmot here for the Fort Wayne Flight will put his best defender, I can assume, Reggie Lytle, on him to try the lockdown man-to-man defense here at Mack Park. This is SummitCitySports.com. Welcome to the Mack Park Community Center. Jeff Mahoney on the camera. I am Tim Atkinson. About 2.5 minutes to get set before the tip and the starting lineups. Give you a little history on the Flight as well, the hosting squad. They were founded in 2014. Of course, they play here at McMillan Park here in the Mack Center, a beautiful facility brought here by Fort Wayne Parks and Rec legend Benny Lewis. No doubt Benny Lewis is supporting and bringing this outstanding basketball to Fort Wayne on the south side here. But Coach Wilmot is 16-9 overall. The Flight do come in though 3-0 on the season, rolling, and the favorite to win the title in the CBA. Last year in the 2015 season, they did go 7-4, 4 out of 8 teams, but lost in the championship that was played right here on this hardwood to Bowling Green. What a revamped roster for Fort Wayne Flight. They lose some players and pick up some players. Of course, the ever steady player that is still on the court and wearing the Flight orange and black is the outstanding point guard, Antonio Cannon. Listed just 5'11", 195 pounds out of Indiana Tech University here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, by way of Indianapolis. 25-year-old Antonio Cannon is an outstanding athletic specimen, can get to the rack at will, can launch the 3-ball as well, averaging 25 points, 5 boards, and 3.5 assists to go with 2 steals, but now has some help in the backcourt offensively with outstanding player Greg Foster out of Saginaw Valley State University, hometown of Indianapolis, as Benny Lewis loves to go that 120 miles south and grab these Indy kids. But he's listed at 6'2", 180 pounds, 26 years old. Greg Foster averaging just over 21 points a game, 3 boards, 4.5 assists, and 2 steals. Well, I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. Due to vacation and spring break, I had to miss the beginning of the season and the first 3 games for the Flight, but I am excited to be back here at Mack Park and set to watch Coach Wilmot and the Fort Wayne Flight play host to Dominique Ingram and his Indianapolis Blaze. SummitCitySports.com right now will send you down to the PA announcer for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Hope you enjoyed the game. So we ask that you continue to support us and gestures. Throwing objects out of the court is prohibited. These rules are for your safety as well as our athletes. You'll be escorted off the premises for any disruptions. Now at this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remain standing for the playing of the Black National Anthem as well as the United States National Anthem. Please remove your caps.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. SummitCitySports.com as we're getting set for the tip here at Mack Park. The Fort Wayne Flight starting 5, Greg Foster, number 1. Number 3, Reggie Lytle. Number 5, Antonio Cannon. Number 8, Wadner Joseph. Number 12, Antonio Wilson. For the Blaze, we have number 1, Krishawn Hopkins. Number 3, Anthony White. Number 5, Deion Smith. 8, Clinton Cunningham. And number 12, Jalen Moore. We do play FIBA rules here in the CBA. 4 10-minute quarters. Coaches cannot call the timeout from the sideline on a live ball situation. Can only call it on a dead ball situation when they have possession. So as we get set here at Mack Park, beautiful facility. This used to be an ice rink here at McMillan Park. As I mentioned, Benny Lewis III came in and completely revamped this facility, brought the Flight in from Taylor. And now we are set for the 3-0 Fort Wayne Flight to play host to this geographical rival that's trying to be put in place by the CBA. The Indianapolis Blaze will have Antonio Wilson and number 12, Jalen Moore with the tip. Wilson at 6'8" and Moore at 6'6". We'll go with the Flight. And number 1, Greg Foster, he'll set up the offense. Antonio Cannon, obviously the offensive focal point as they look for that back lob on the first possession. One thing that Coach Wilmot will have is plenty of sets, as that's way too easy. If you're an Indianapolis Blaze fan, as Greg Foster goes right to the rack with not a whole lot of pressure for the first bucket. Three ball, wide right, no good. Joseph came down with the board, is fouled. That is Moore's first, Jalen Moore. Foster, he's going to play more of the point guard role with Cannon being the off guard, looking to be more of an offensive threat. Still was a good offensive threat last year, but tried to facilitate a little bit more. As Joseph still down, is helped up. His Flight has the early 2-0 lead against the Indianapolis Blaze. Cannon looking to inbound. Again, from last year, looks like to put on even some more muscle. It's just some incidental contact right there. No harm, no foul, but they'll get an offensive foul called on Wilson. That's his first. Wilson, 6'8", 235 player out of Glen Oaks Community College from right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Picks up his first. That's the team's first. 2-0 is your score. Fort Wayne Flight on top. Do play with the FIBA rules here in the CBA. As that's number 1, Krishawn Hopkins. He averages 17.5 a game. There's number 3, Anthony White. That's their offensive player. Good look down low, and it's going to get a foul called, I believe, on Foster. That was an outstanding look by Anthony White. That is on Foster. That's his first. That's the team's second. 2-0 is your score. Fort Wayne Flight on top. 3 ball, got it. That's one kid you can't leave open right there is number 3, Anthony White out of Mercer College. You give him some space and he's gonna knock him down. As we get a foul called on the pass out. That is White's. White's first, team's third. Inbound, nice look, left-handed layup, can't get it to go. Good pressure that time by Moore on the defensive end. Kicked out, good recovery by Foster. That was gonna be an open 3 for White, and Foster came out and closed beautiful. That should be an offensive foul, no call. And if you're not gonna call that, you just don't call it an offensive. I could deal with that, but you can see from Wadner Joseph's expression, he wanted that call. Took that right in the middle of the chest, went to the ground, but no offensive call. So that's Wilson's second. As the free throw goes. Second one coming. Nothing but net. Smooth stroke that time for Deion Smith. As they take the lead now, 5-2. Little token pressure on Cannon. They'll give it up to Lytle. As Lytle set up the offense. Really, Cannon, Lytle, or Foster can set that line. Foster from the wing. Wants a screen from Joseph. They get a switch. See if Joseph can take advantage down low on the mismatch. Good look that time. Flipped out. That's number 14, Raymond Austin, who checked into the game for the Flight. He's out of West Virginia University. Beautiful jumper. Greg Foster, so smooth. He now has 4. The Flight pull within 1. 7:45 to go here in the first quarter. We played 4 10-minute quarters. Good double team by Cannon. Forced the opposite turnaround. Didn't want to go that way. Board comes to the Flight, and Cannon will push, hang, and score. That's what he does so well in the open court. Antonio Cannon taking it coast to coast with the easy lay-in. 6-5, the Flight regained their lead. Jumper off the back rim, boarded though by Deion Smith, and the Blaze will reset. 24-second shot clock is employed here. It's at 15. Down low to Smith. Double team came, and they're going to get a foul, I believe, on Foster on the swipe down. If it is, that'll be a second, and that's an and one. Okay, they get that on Lytle. But that will send Smith back to the line. Just knocked down a pair of free throws this last possession. Rattles that one home. Got a real nice looking release. Does Deion Smith, so he converts the three-point play. 8-6 now your score, under 7 minutes. Here's Lytle up top. Looks down low to Austin. Austin, nice step back from the left elbow. Can't get it to go. Boarded by Smith. Kicks it up. Hopkins. Hopkins goes with the left hand and flips it with the right-handed finger roll. Nice looking move by Krishan Hopkins. As the Blaze looking to push. 10-6 is your score. Good crossover by Foster to the baseline, but can't get the lay-in to go. Up to Hopkins. Kicks it near side. White can't get it to go, and tipped. Not good. Boarded again by the Blaze, and just missed the bunny, did Smith. Rebounded by Lytle. Push up to Foster. May have got away with the travel. As Coach Wilmot looks to settle it. Once the offensive play, Cannon looks from a screen from Austin, has Lytle open in the corner. Pump fake, got him to go. One dribble, pull up, no good. Joseph tried to board, couldn't get it. Hopkins, baseline, dribble drive. Good, strong stance by Raymond Austin, but the Flight can't hold possession. That was Clinton Cunningham, who averages 10.5 a game, who went to the cup right there, couldn't get it to finish. But 10-6 is your score. Flight down. Just under 6 minutes to play in the first. Out to Smith. And too easy once again. Anthony White now with 5. Went all the way from one edge of the lane to the other with the easy right-handed lay-in. 6-point lead as Austin goes to the patent spin move. Well, that was blocked, but called over the back. Not sure if he got the back of the head or what. Looked like a clean block, but that will send Austin to the line to shoot a pair. Raymond Austin to the line, averaging 14.5 a game and 7.5 boards. Back rim's the first free throw. Second one forthcoming here for the big fella out of West Virginia University by way of Cleveland, Ohio. Does hit that one. Pulls the flight back within 5. Checking into the game is Solanke out of the University of Detroit by way of Lagos, Nigeria. He's a big fella, 6'11". Almost came in and got the offensive board right away, but Joseph finds it, hits it to Cannon. Down by 5, he's gonna pull up. Can't get it to go, nobody there to board. Comes out to Hopkins, Krishan Hopkins, good hesitation. Floats and fouled by Austin. Outstanding dribble drive that time by Krishan Hopkins out of Butler University, 6'2", 175. Hometown of Indy. Just a little hesitation a la Steph Curry there at the three-point line to set up the positioning and the angle to get to the cup, and he'll head to the line and converts on the first. Now with 3 points, does Hopkins. 5:06 remaining, misses the second. Rebounded by Austin, and Cannon will look to set the offense. Real slow start on offense for the Flight. Coach Wilmot cannot be pleased as that's a wide open look by Cannon. Good heady move. Got Hopkins in the air and jumped right into him. That'll be 3 shots for the talented third-year player, Antonio Cannon, out of Indiana Tech University, right here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Cannon hits the first, now with 3. He'll get 2 more opportunities. 13-8 is your score, just under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Cannon front rims the second. 1 more attempt yet to come. Listed at 5'11", 195. Averaging 25 points a game here through the first 3 games of the season. Cannon goes 2 for 3 that trip. On the heady play, pulls his squad back to within 4, 13-9. The size advantage for the Blaze down low, but not on the perimeter. There's Smith left wide open, still shot and knocked it down. Dion Smith having what a quarter. 16-9 is your score. And the turnover from the Blaze with the easy finger roll. 18-9, biggest lead. Open 3 was Joseph. Went with the left hand and gets fouled by Solanke. He's asking for the offensive push-off, but that'll send Joseph to the line. To me right now, the Flight just look a little, for lack of a better term, in a little bit of quicksand. They cannot get to the loose balls, the loose rebounds. The Blaze right now making those 50-50 plays, and that has been the difference as Joseph misses the front end. Will get a second attempt with his squad down 18-9. That's good. That's the 16th foul. 18-10, 16th foul for the Blaze. As Corey Wickware checks in the game out of Southern Illinois University. 5'10", 170. 26 years old. Averages 14.5 points a game. Left open for 3 and knocked it down. Marcus Smith averages 2.5 points a game. Just bested that on his first shot. And answered by Cannon, and takes a peek at the Blaze bench. Not sure if somebody said something on the release, but that's one person you don't want to get going. And 3 ball goes down. Hopkins answered right away. 24-13. Up top. 3 ball answered. Tyler Bibbs, who just checked in the game, knocks down his first attempt. 16-20 24-16. May have got away with the travel there, did Smith, but good jump stop. Solanke battling with Joseph, and Joseph just showed the hustle as Foster pulls it up, leaves it to Cannon. Cannon hangs, puts it up, no good, and boarded. Here's Smith. Smith pulls up from 17, smooth. Marcus Smith, that was nice looking shot. Now with 5 points, back to a 10-point advantage for the Blaze. Cannon goes all the way in and will get fouled. Was blocked by Solanke, but will send Cannon to the line to shoot 2. As they get that on Smith. Marcus Smith with his first, that's the team's 7th. 26-16, 2:43 remaining in the first quarter. The Blaze coming in 1-1 on the season. The Flight, the favorite on the year, 3-0 so far. Playing from behind right now against the rival Indianapolis Blaze as Cannon hits the first and cannot hit the second. So point left at the line on that trip, 26-17. Skip pass up top, beyond Smith. Over near side to White. White takes it in the lane, floater, no good. Rebounded by Wadner Joseph. Good push and finish by Tyler Bibbs. But that was set up nicely by number 2, Corey Wickware, averaging about an assist and a half a game. Good help defense by Joseph. Made the miss, but Hopkins there with the board. Puts it back up. 28-19 is your score. Just under 2 minutes. Skip pass. Wickware, 3 from the corner. Can't get it to go. Tracked down by Smith. Up to Hopkins. Hopkins, he's got that crafty hesitation in his dribble. Left open, but no good from Anthony White. Foster went with the double pump, couldn't get it to go. Good pullback and skip pass to Hopkins. Picked up by Bibbs. Up top and nearly thrown away, but grabbed by Anthony White. Minute and a half to go. We have 5 on the shot clock. Joseph, pullback, no good from White, and out of bounds to the Flight with 1:18 to go. Timeout on the court with the Flight down 28-19. Give you a couple of announcements here. McMillan Park Community Center is one of Fort Wayne's best kept secrets, featuring a wellness mall, adult basketball, Miller's Walking Club, Zumba, and much, much more. McMillan Park Community Center has something for all ages. There's no doubt about that. If you have not been out here, it is a beautiful facility. The playground's redone. It's the street out here on the north side is redone as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. But Fort Wayne Parks and Recreations and neighborhood programs is gearing up for the summer. Summer playground locations are Cooper Community Center, Lafayette Park, Memorial Park, Hamilton Park, Lakeside Park, Packard Park, Hannah Homestead, McMillan Park Community Center, where we sit here today. Summer programs will also be held at Weiser Park Youth Center and Jennings Recreation Center. All of these sites are supervised by qualified and trained staff. For information, go to the Fort Wayne Parks website at fortwayneparks.org or like us on Facebook at Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation. So back to the action, minute 18 remaining here in the first quarter. The favored Flight down by 9, 28-19 is your score. The Blaze looking good here this evening on a beautiful Saturday night here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. About 75 outside all day today, as most baseball leagues around the area got set up, and you got to have some kind of call on that play. Not, but Cannon almost came back and got the block, but Smith got the steal and took it all the way for the easy lay-in. Oh, the Blaze making all the extra plays. You got to have a travel or something called there. Referee gave no kind of signal whether the ball was knocked away or what, but they will get a foul, and we'll send Cannon back to the line. He'll get 2 shots. 3 for 5 from the line is Cannon. First one's good for Cannon. Now has 6 points in the first quarter. Second attempt for Cannon. Knocks it down. Pulls his Fort Wayne Flight squad back within 9. Back to single digits as they make a push here in this first quarter. 49 seconds to go. Near side, here's White. Down low, did have Clinton Calhoun. There's Calhoun. Malachi Jackson just checked in right there as well. Calhoun can't get it. Lytle with the board. 30 seconds on the clock. About an 8-second difference. Game to shot. Lytle takes it coast to coast. Can't get it to go. And that's a legal play in FIBA rules. The ball was up on the cylinder. That's a legal play. 23-30. The Flight pull within 7. Joseph, nice closeout. Lytle just got in the passing lane, and that saved a basket. But a good end to the quarter for the Fort Wayne Flight. Pull back within 7 points. We set 30-23 at the end of 1. SummitCitySports.com bringing you this action here of CBA basketball. Jeff Mahoney on the camera. I am Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play here this evening. Another announcement: enjoy some after-school fun in a safe environment and bring your children to Cooper Community Center, located at Clinton and Creighton. Jack Jennings Recreation Center at 1330 McCulloch Street. Weiser Park Youth Center located at 802 Eckert Street, or right here at McMillan Park Community Center. As I mentioned, McMillan Park has all sorts of things to do. It's one of Fort Wayne's best kept secrets, and it won't be for long. I can guarantee you that. It features a wellness mall, adult basketball leagues, McMillan Millers Walking Club, Zumba, and much more. Come out to McMillan Park Community Center that has something for all ages. So good first quarter there for the Blaze. I know Coach Dominique Ingram can't be more happy with them up by 7 at the end of 1. Really just 4 scorers for the Blaze. Krishan Hopkins had an outstanding first quarter with 10. Marcus Smith with 7. Anthony White with 5. And Deion Smith with 8 for the Blaze as they'll come out with possession. Foster had 4 in the first quarter. Cannon helped them stay in it with 8. Bibbs with 7. Good defense and even better finish for Anthony White. Now with 7 as we have an official timeout on the floor. Back to the scorers here in the first quarter. Tyler Bibbs with 7. Wadner Joseph with the 1 free throw, along with Raymond Austin with the 1 free throw. We set 30-23. Of course, unofficial scores here. Got it! Lovely call by the PA announcer, Michael Mortensen. Couldn't say it any better from Antonio Cannon. Boom, baby. From deep, pulls the deficit. Now down only by 6. 32-26. Good dribble drive, but too much heat on the pass. That'll be turned over. Will be Fort Wayne Flight ball. Out on the court for the Flight, Antonio Cannon, Reggie Lytle, Tyler Bibbs, Corey Wickware, and number 4, Mashawn Chamberlain, who just checked in out of Chicago State University. Cannon, a little heat check there, missed the 3, rebounded by Marcus Smith. Had a great first quarter. Crossover with the 3 ball, no good. One of the toughest shots in basketball, crossing it over to your weak hand. Pulling up for 3, but that one is knocked down. Nice looking play there. Aaron Montgomery with the 3 ball, his first shot, 35-26. Lead back up to 9 for the Blaze. Lytle gonna get a screen. It's Damian McGee, turned over and taken with the left-handed finger roll, no good, but look at the hustle. The Blaze just hustling to the loose buckets as Montgomery comes in the second quarter and gets 5 straight points to pull his squad back to an 11-point advantage. Foul on the court.
Foul's called on Gary Montgomery. Back in the lineup, please welcome
Antonio Wilson checks back in the game. He did have to check out early in the first quarter with 2 fouls. Lytle open. Nice out of bounds play. Cannon saw him, but that was nicely defended by Marcus Smith, who stuck the left foot out, knocked it out of bounds. He's out of Dakota State University by way of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Cannon, same play, finds Wickware, corner 3, can't get it to go. Tried to track down by McGee. Who did that go off of last? They're going to say a Blaze player. We're going to stay with the Flight. Down 37-26. This is SummitCitySports.com bringing you this live CBA action here at Mack Park here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Cannon looks to inbound, needs some movement for the Flight as Wickware does break free. They're going to look for Cannon off a double screen on the near side wing. Now gets a screen from McGee, good crossover into space, put it up and good. Antonio Cannon showing the strength and the hanging ability. Antonio Cannon took it to the rim, put chin to rim and hung and put it up over contact. 37-28. Cannon with the chance to convert the 3-point play and pull his Flight back within 8. Rattles that one home, does Cannon. Has all 6 points in the second quarter here for his Flight. Just under 8 minutes to play in the second, 37-29. They look down low. Clinton Calhoun back up top. No good that time. That was Montgomery. Cannon gets a screen from Wilson. He just picked up the dribble. He could have went right by Jackson. Cannon. Once Wilson down low, he's just going to rise up from 3, no good, and boarded by Calhoun and pushed up. The crossover by Smith, and offensive foul called on Marcus Smith. Tough call. Check that, they called it on Malachi Jackson. So Flight with possession, down by 8, 7.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. 3 team fouls here in the quarter for the Blaze. The Flight yet to foul as Foster back in the game. Gets a screen from Wilson, double team came to him, sees the opening, and nice lead to Wilson, and the foul by Clinton Calhoun. Good offensive play set up there by Coach Roderick Wilmot. Of course, fans of Indiana University knows that name, Roderick Wilmot. Outstanding player, graduate of the Indiana University basketball program. And assistant coach with the Fort Wayne Mad Ants of the NBDL, the lead man here for the Flight. One more shot for Wilson. and can't get that one to go. 37-29 is your score, 7:12 to go here in the second quarter. Blaze in control. That's pretty much the jump. That was a very good call. Shuffled the pivot foot before he got the pill out of the hand. That's going to be a turnover on Montgomery. Ball will go back to the Flight. Has a chance to cut back into this deficit. Foster with hesitation dribble. He can explode to the cup as they get a reach-in call. Let's see who they get that on.
Whistle to the foul is Yuri Leaf. Shooting two, Greg.
That was on number 9, Yuri Leith, who just checked in. So Greg Foster will get 2 attempts. Has not scored since early in that first quarter. Stuck on that 4. 37-29, just under 7 minutes. One for 2 that trip for Greg Foster. 37-30 is your score. Fort Wayne Flight trying to battle back and close out this quarter good, but outstanding finish through the contact for number 2, Marcus Smith out of Dakota State University. He's having quite a game here for the Blaze. Good finish through contact as Wilson will pick up his 3rd. So he'll have to come out probably for the remaining of this first half. Smith to the line. Cannot convert the 3-point play. Flight look to push. Here's Foster, crossover, goes in the lane, flips it up, goes glass. Good move by Greg Foster that time. Then the turnover and flip up. Can't get it to go, but is fouled. Nicely done by the Flight. Wickware will head to the line. His squad down by 7, 39-32. Wickware being held scoreless, averages nearly 14.5 a game here through the first 3. The Flight leading the North Division with that 3-0 record, as that one's good for Wickware. Trying to convert the second to pull within 5. Exactly what he does. 39-34 is your score. Flight making a push as Raymond Austin checks in for Wilson. So you're 5 for the Flight. Lytle Wickware, Foster, Austin, and McGee matching up defensively with the Blaze. Hopkins look for some space, so that's a trip. That'll be called on number 4, Marshawn Chamberlain. So I had mentioned it was Damian Gee, just looked at the wrong number. It is Marshawn Chamberlain out of Chicago State, 6'4", 210. Picks up the foul. It's his first. Hopkins, as they want to push him baseline. Wickware staying on that right hand. Flips it up to Smith, goes right by Lytle, right-handed finger roll. And there's a missed buzzer there, but up and good. 41-34. Good take that time. 3, can't get it to go. Battle for the boards. Lytle can't come up with it. Smith does. 41-34 is your score. Left elbow jumper, no good. And Austin went right over the back, no call. But it will stay Blaze ball. Austin with the good hustle play. 34-41, 5.5 to go. Here in the second quarter, the Blaze on top. Good look inside. Jumper, got it. Deion Smith. That was all set up on the out-of-bounds play. Smith was wide open, and they found him for the easy bucket. Here's Wickware on the right wing. Look for a screen from Lytle, now slips out to Austin, and then off Wickware. That will go out of bounds to the Blaze. Up 43-34, so back with that 9-point advantage, can push it back to a double digit as Joseph and Cannon check back in for the flight. Krishan Hopkins sets up the offense. Very close to a travel. Looked like he dragged that pivot foot. Not called. Good pick and roll. Good help defense. Came over by Joseph. Man's up. And then Foster knocked it out of bounds. 9 seconds on the shot clock for the Blaze. Flipped it in. Yuri Leith. He's just going to rise up from three. No good. Rebounded by Foster. Foster looks to push. Doesn't have numbers. Takes it in the lane. Kicks it out to Wickware. Back to Foster. Left wide open. Good hesitation. Pull up from the charity stripe. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Joseph. Good spin move baseline. And a foul call by the outside referee. On number 5, Deion Smith. That's the 7th team foul. It'll be a 1-and-1 for the flight. Excuse me, no 1-and-1. It'll be a 2-shot foul. No 1-and-1s in FIBA rules. As I try to adjust back from the high school rules to the FIBA rules here in the CBA. Londer Joseph will head to the line now to shoot that pair. They're saying that Ray Austin is the shooter on that, not Wadner Joseph. 43-34, knocked down and rattled home for Austin. Now 2 for 3 from the charity stripe. Looking to go 3 of 4. 4:48 remaining in the second. Nice good free throws by Austin to pull his squad back within 7. This is about here the 5-7 mark that the flight have not been able to punch through here in the first half. The Blaze always has had an answer so far in the early going. Hopkins gets the switch he wanted. Good help defense by Joseph. Let's see if the rotation can get back. And good defense by the flight. Leads to the turnover. Kicked up to Foster and finish. Could have been an and one as Foster knocks it down, pulls the squad back within 5. Need another stop here, does the Fort Wayne flight. Coach Wilmot trying to urge his team on as we'll have an off-the-ball foul on the flight. I get that on Raymond Austin. That is his first, the team's 3rd. Here comes Damian McGee out of Howard Community College. Checks in for Austin. Floats it out now to Smith. Smith at the top of the key. Marcus Smith down low, back up top. Deion Smith. That's Krishan Hopkins. Wanted the 3 ball. Good look down low, but couldn't be handled by Deion Smith. Turnover, another one as the flight looked to push. 3 ball, Wickware. Got it! Huge bucket from Corey Wickware. His first 3 of the game, pulls the flight within 2, 43-41, and another stop for the flight, and a leak out for Foster with the lay-in. Tied up 43-43. All started from the defense from the flight. Can't be answered, knocked away by Cannon smartly, and found by Foster. They look to push for the lead. Cannon, 3 ball. Just can't get it to go. Boarded by the Blaze and Jackson, and the Blaze will slow it down. 43-43, 3:15 to go. Hopkins crossover into the lane, right-handed finger roll, and good. Travel called. No foul, travel called on the play as we have a timeout on the court. Nice spurt from Coach Wilmot's Fort Wayne flight. As we go to timeout, SummitCitySports.com, bringing you this live CBA action from Mack Park. It's one of Fort Wayne's best kept secrets, featuring a Wellness Mall, Adult Basketball League, McMillan Millers Walking Club, Zumba, and much, much more. McMillan Park Community Center has something for all ages. Of course, Benny Lewis, owner of the Fort Wayne Flight and leader of the Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation, has tons of neighborhood programs and is gearing up for the summer. The summer playground locations are Cooper Community Center, Lafayette Park, Memorial Park, Hamilton Park, Lakeside Park, Packard Park, and Homestead McMillan Park Community Center. Summer programs will also be held at Weiser Park Youth Center and the Jennings Recreation Center. All of these sites are supervised by qualified and trained staff. For more information, go to the website fortwayneparks.org, or of course you can like them on the Facebook page. So with 3:10 left to go in the second quarter, the Flight have battled back. They tied it up 43-43, and that was all started by the defensive pressure that the Flight implored as they look to take their first lead since early in the first quarter. If I'm not mistaken, it was within the first minute or two since they've had the lead, as Foster will get a screen from McGee, goes right by. There's got to be a foul there. Arm was pulled directly down. No call. Left to Smith, left-handed layup, no good, and knocked out by McGee, picked up by Hopkins. Back to Hopkins. Good defensive stance by McGee. Double team, and nice steal by Cannon. Cannon. Hesitation, and he's going up for two, as that foul will be hit on Clinton Cunningham. We'll send Antonio Cannon to the line to shoot a pair. Five for 8 from the line. Check it, 6 for 8 from the line. Here in the early going for Antonio Cannon, looking for the first lead for early in the first quarter. Shooters roll on the first.
It's good.
Cannon now with 15 points here in the first half. He is your team leader in points. Front rim, no good. Rebounded by Jackson. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Flight up by 1, 44-43. 2.5 to go. Cannon with the defense. Turned over, Wickware has Foster, and Cannon with the ill-advised pass. No need right there. He could have taken it by himself and threw it home with the tomahawk, but it's unselfish there. Can't hate on it too much as the coaching staff for the Flight egg on the defensive hustle and pressure. They'll take those types of turnovers. If they're coming off steals, I guarantee you, that's a nice give and go. Deion Smith with the finish to put his Blaze back up by 1, 45-44, and the 3-ball by Wickware, his second of the quarter. Flight up by 2. Hopkins, step back, Deion Smith. Hopkins. White, no good for 3, off just today. And can't get the easy lay-in, but got the putback, no good. Battle for the rebound and pulled down by McGee. McGee pressured and knocked out of bounds. Not sure how you call that off the Flight. He knocked it clearly out of his hands. Obviously, McGee's not going to throw it directly out of bounds. Let's see if they change the call. They do not change the call. Coach Wilmot unhappy, as you can see. Every possession counting here as we wind down the second quarter. 47-45, the Fort Wayne Flight on top. Minute 20 to go. Hopkins trying to shake the defender, couldn't, rises over Joseph, and rebounded by Wickware. Smallest guy on the floor comes out with the board. Wickware's gonna pull up top of the key, knocks it down. Corey Wickware having a heck of a quarter. now with 9 points coming in this quarter. Minute 04 to go. Flight with their biggest lead of 4. They flip it out, almost an over and back as Cunningham was tiptoeing there over the timeline. Wickware trying to body on Smith, and a carry. Great defense by Wickware, causing the turnover. And another stop for the Fort Wayne Flight. Under 1 minute to go in the second quarter, 49-45. Antonio Cannon, outstanding talent as he goes to Joseph. Joseph saw the lane open, flipped it up with the left hand, wanted the foul, no call. 30 seconds on the game clock, 18 on the shot. And foul called on Wadner Joseph, just the 4th team foul, so that'll be out of bounds. We'll go underneath the basket. So we'll go out of bounds to the Blaze. Marcus Smith will look to inbound. Your 5 for the Flight: Foster, Cannon, Wickware, Joseph, and McGee. Wickware with a nice hedge out, but there's Hopkins. Whoa, left wide open. Krishan Hopkins finally gets himself on the scoring sheet here in the second quarter. Hits the 3 ball, 12 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Last possession here for the Flight, 7 on the clock. Foster takes it to the rim, puts it up and blocked. Out of bounds, we still have 3 seconds. Flight will still have possession. Coach Wilmot calls the play from the sideline. Flight up by 1. McGee comes over on the cross screen, so does Cannon. Flips it in, Wickware, 3 ball, got it! Corey Wickware at the buzzer, knocks down his 3rd 3 of the second quarter, pushes the lead back to 4 for the Fort Wayne Flight. After a dismal middle first quarter and beginning of second quarter, the Fort Wayne Flight have really battled back and have shown their prowess and scoring ability here in the CBA, as they come into tonight in first place, 3-0 in the North Division. Also in that North. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. McMillan Park Community Center, home of the Fort Wayne Flight, as they go into halftime in the locker room with a 4-point advantage, up 52-48. They were down at the end of the first quarter by 7, 30-23. So outscored the Blaze handedly there in the second quarter. That was led by the huge second quarter outpouring of points. Corey Wickware, the 5'10", 170-pounder, 26 years old, out of Southern Illinois University by way of Indianapolis, had all 12 of his points in the second quarter by way of 3 balls. But the high scorers now for the Flight: Greg Foster with 11. These are unofficial, ladies and gentlemen. Foster with 11, Wickware with 12, Antonio Cannon with the team high 15, Damian Gee with 2, Tyler Bibbs with 7, Wadner Joseph with 1, Antonio Wilson, who's been in foul trouble, goes in with 3 fouls into half, had just the 1 point. He averages 9 a game, and Raymond Austin with 3 points on 3 of 4 from the line for the Indianapolis Blaze in their inaugural season. Krishan Hopkins was held in check there in the second quarter after dropping 10 in the first. Just had the 1 3 ball late for a 13 points. Marcus Smith does have 11. Anthony White with 7 was also held in check there in that second quarter. He averages 30 a game, only had 2 in the second quarter. Deion Smith with 12. And Darren Montgomery with 5, so only 5 scores for the Indianapolis Blaze, sitting with 48 points, down by 4 to the Fort Wayne Flight here at the MAC Center, McMillan Park Community Center. Definitely one of Fort Wayne's best kept secrets, featuring a wellness mall, adult basketball leagues, McMillan Millers Walking Club, Zumba, and much, much more. McMillan Park Community Center has something for all ages. Of course, want to give a big shout out to Benny Lewis III, Benny, check it, who is bringing us the Fort Wayne Flight and the CBA action here at Mack Park. He is the leader of the Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation neighborhood programs. They are gearing up for the summer with all types of programs in the playgrounds at each of the parks, including Cooper Community Center, Lafayette Park, Memorial Park, Hamilton Park, Lakeside Park, Packard Park, and Homestead, and of course here at McMillan Park Community Center. Also, summer programs will be also held at Weiser Park Youth Center and Jennings Recreation Center. All these sites are supervised by qualified and trained staff. For more information, hit their website up at fortwayneparks.org or like them on Facebook, Fort Wayne Parks and Rec. This is SummitCitySports.com. Of course, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel for all of our high school coverage throughout the year at Summit City Sports. Of course, follow us on Twitter at 260sports. And of course, also like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Jeff Mahoney on the camera. This is Tim Atkinson calling your play-by-play due to vacation, what have you. My first game here finally in this season for the Flight. Have missed it so, but back, and do we have an exciting game here on the hardwood going into the third quarter. The score 52-48. The Flight were down a majority of that first half, but battled back midway through the second quarter and finished strong to go up with that 4-point advantage. But ladies and gentlemen, these two teams are going to get to know each other very well this weekend, as Fort Wayne will have to head that 120 miles south down to Shortridge High School and play these Indianapolis Blaze tomorrow. That's 3 p.m. Eastern time. So the Flight start with possession to start the third quarter. There's Foster with Joseph, Wickware, Cannon, and Lytle. Wilson will set on the bench to start the third quarter. Going small is the Flight. Not too much size where they have to worry about. That's Coach Wilmot. Matt Smith was picked up right away on Deion Smith. Will send Joseph to the line. He'll get a pair. 1 for 2 in that first quarter, and the game, Joseph rattles home the first. 2 points now for the defensive stud for Coach Wilmot's Fort Wayne Flight. Wadner Joseph now with the second attempt. Connects on the second, 54-48. Largest lead for the Flight as Wickware trips up. Blaze, no call. And then a traveling call. He didn't roll over. That should only be even if he rolls over, it should not be a travel unless he stood up. So that's a missed call there by the referee. You'd be surprised how many times I do see that throughout all levels throughout the year. On that missed travel call, it is not a travel if you hit the ground. It is only travel if you rise up, if you get on your feet and try to set another pivot foot. Joseph! From the Antonio Cannon dime, finds Joseph for the 3-ball. 5 points early here in the quarter for Joseph. They take the 9-point advantage, and another stop. Lytle comes down with the board, looks to push, finds Foster on the wing. 3, can't get it to go, and rebounded by the Blaze and Jalen Moore. Baseball pass up to Smith, good catch, picked up by Joseph. 3-ball, Kershawn Hopkins, front rim, no good. Joseph, good body position to keep it away from the Blaze. Lytle left open, he says why not? Can't get that one to go, and Hopkins trails it down. 57-48, 8:43 remaining in the third quarter. Kershawn Hopkins being held in check since that first quarter. The turnover for the Blaze. Cannon comes up with it, pulls up from 15. That was a good look, but Cannon that time is too unselfish, wide open from 15. That's your shot right there, young fella. Knock her down. I know he's kicking himself for that now. Never shy about shooting, but is an unselfish player. Antonio Cannon, so that's a turnover on the flight. Good dribble drive, right-handed scoop shot, no good. And picked up by Deion Smith, put back in for the deuce. 57-50, Smith with a good hustle play to cut the deficit to 7. Joseph from the top of the key finds Lytle, takes it into the lane, left-handed finger roll, got the spin and good. Reggie Lytle with his first points. That's a foul called. I think they're going to get that on Lytle. Good take to the bucket by Anthony White. White averages 30. That's his 9th point with just under 8 minutes to go in the third.
Anthony White will shoot one.
White to convert. He does on the three-point play. 10 points now for White. Just the third of his season average of 30. Here's Cannon, wants a screen from Joseph. Better be careful going underneath. Good recovery defensively. Foster, look for the dribble drive. Good take, can't get it to go, but there's Reggie Lytle with another board and putback. Reggie Lytle showing the grit. So important for this Fort Wayne Flight team. Good dribble by Krishan Hopkins, finds Smith but can't finish, and the putback jam by Jalen Moore. That's his first points of the game, averages 7, but does get 5.5 boards a game. Cannon rises up from the wing, no good, rebounded by Hopkins. 61-55 is your score. Good take by Hopkins, lays it up, and a nice little run here for the Blaze, down by 4, 61-57. Leaves it to Krishan. They're gonna get a foul call. I believe that's on Anthony White. It will be. We'll go out of bounds here on the near side. Anthony White second. That's the second team foul on the Blaze. Corey Wickware, Greg Foster, Wadner Joseph, Antonio Cannon, and Greg Foster. That's an over the back call as Foster touched it. So turnover, unforced turnover on the flight. 6:45 remaining in the third. Good pressure by Wickware. Clinton Cunningham gonna bring it up. Gotta be careful with that off arm. Good man-to-man pressure defense by Wickware. They're back down Smith, and they're gonna get a push foul. That'll be a foul on the floor. They get that on Cannon or Lytle. Touch foul there on Reggie Lytle. That is his third personal. That's the team's second. Where's Lytle going? He hops back in on the defensive end. Obviously frustrated with the call. 61-57, just 6.5 to go in the third. Good hands by Reggie Lytle. Knocked out of bounds, but we'll stay with the Blaze. Hopkins. The dribble drive, skip pass out near side. Good dribble drive by Cunningham, can't finish, but what a putback. Didn't even see Deion Smith there, but he put it back nicely. (61-59) is your score. Good dribble drive by Foster, wanted the foul, didn't get it. So Greg Foster finishes through contact to get that lead back to 4. We're under 6 minutes in the third. Krishan Hopkins, top of the key, dribble drive, good defense by Joseph, but even better finish by the big fellow Jalen Moore. Now with 4 points, Foster, good leave to Wickware, baseline 18-footer, no good. Rebounded, and a foul will be called on Wickware. Loose ball foul. Team's third. Wickware's first. Corey Wickware, a huge pickup for Coach Wilmot this year by way of Southern Illinois University, hometown of Indianapolis, along with Greg Foster out of Saginaw Valley State. This huge pickups by Benny Lewis in the Fort Wayne Flight. Turnover by the Blaze. We'll go back. Fort Wayne Flight ball up by 2, 5.5 to go in the third. Looks like Antonio Wilson's going to check back in. Reggie Lytle will take his seat. Antonio Wilson checks in for Reggie Lytle. Corey Wickware is going to set up the offense now. Wickware, Joseph, Foster, Wilson, and Cannon, your 5 for the Flight. Good dribble drive by Wickware. Skip past Joseph in the corner. Got it! Good offensive set. Led to the wide open 3 ball by Joseph. That's his second of the quarter now with 8 points. And that's too easy. Just missed the shot, wanted the foul. Pulled down by Joseph. Flipped out, good ball movement. Here's Foster. Left open, Cannon from the wing. Rattles it home for the 3 ball. Antonio Cannon pushes the lead back to 8 for the Flight. Just 4:40 to go in the third. That's the offense that can't explode. Turnover up to Wickware. Wickware finishes through contact and 1. Corey Wickware with the bucket. He'll head to the line to try to convert on the 3-point play. Wickware will head back to the charity stripe where he's 1 for 2 on the contest. Flight with their biggest lead of 10. 4.5 to go in the third. This is SummitCitySports.com. Corey Wickware converts on the 3-point play. Flight up by 11, 72-61. Wickware, man-to-man defense on Cunningham. Cunningham, dribble drive, goes in. May have been partially blocked by Wilson, then knocked out of bounds. Will stay Indianapolis Blaze ball. Marcus Smith checks in for Anthony White. Smith with the ball. Cross over to the left hand, being guarded by Greg Foster. Tough shot. No good. Rebounded by Wilson. Wickware looks to push, rises up from 3. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Cunningham. I like that shot though, had rebounders. And a wide open 3, just couldn't knock it down. 72-61, under 4 minutes to play in the third. They're gonna push. That outside referee loves calling that push on the defensive post. No question about it. You've seen it several times here called. That one's on Wilson, that's his 4th, team's 4th. Inbound, Smith, and goes glass. Easy bucket, now with 13. Pulls his squad back within 9. Here's Cannon, wants a screen from Wilson. Dribble drive, floats, puts it up, no good. Pulled down by Foster. Foster finishes through the contact once again. Foster now with 4 in the quarter. Pushes his squad back up by 11. As we have technical foul called, I believe, on the Fort Wayne Flight bench. It is a technical call on the Fort Wayne Flight bench. Not sure what or who said something down there, but the referee was not having it, and that led to the easy free throw there. That should just be a 1 free throw technical. I'd have to double check the rules on that, but I'm pretty sure Coach Wilmot's correct about that. But either way, Marcus Smith will get 2 technical shots. Right there that's college high school rules right there. As far as this broadcaster knows, FIBA rules, just like the NBA, when that comes, that's a 1-shot technical foul. But either way, we'll move on. 74-65, 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Fort Wayne Flight, slow start here at home, but has battled back. Joseph up to Foster. Foster, easy lay-in, so smooth in the air. Now with 6 points in the quarter, 17 points. Good defense by Wickware on Cunningham as the Flight bench is loving it. Smith on Wilson, falls down, and almost a jump ball. They will call that jump ball. Alternating possession will stay with the Blaze. 76-65. Raymond Austin will check in for for Antonio Wilson. And number 6, Darren Montgomery will check back in for the Blaze. I believe that's Clinton Cunningham sitting down. It is. So 3 minutes to play in the third. Flight up by 11. Dribble drive by Smith. Good lead to Montgomery. Blocked by Austin. Good help defense from the weak side. Austin needs to give it up here. Always a scary thing when the big fella comes out from blocking it and getting his own recovery. But gave it up. Was thrown out of bounds. Knocked away by the Blaze. We'll stay with the Flight. 76-65 is your score. Just under 3 minutes here in the third. Inbound to Wickware. Wickware, Austin, Cannon, Joseph, and Foster. Cannon. Pump fake and pulls up and knocks it down. That's just the uncanny ability to put the ball in the bucket. Antonio Cannon pushes his squad back to a 13-point advantage. Down low to Smith. Left it. And Austin. Good play there by Jalen Moore with the bucket. Does get fouled. He'll head to the line for the opportunity of the three-point play. 78-67, just under 2.5 to go in the third. Does convert on the three-point play. Jalen Moore having himself a nicely done third quarter now with 7 points in the quarter. That is his average, and all those points coming here in this quarter. Foster wants a clear out for Cannon down low. That's an illegal defense. That's a zone being played right there. Not called. Joseph takes it in and swatted by Moore. That's back-to-back blocks on Moore. And they'll get a reach foul on Foster. But I believe that's a good call. That's a continuation called by the referee. That's a 17th foul. Should be a 2-shot fouls. Foul shots, here it is. So Montgomery will head to the line. He will get 2 foul shots. Lefty free throw, no good for Smith. Will get a second attempt, as they did get that foul on Greg Foster. That's his second. Smith. Now 2 for 5. Leaves them both at the charity stripe. That possession, under 2 minutes to go. Flight up by 10. 2 minutes left in the third. They want Cannon down low on Montgomery. Good look by Joseph, but too many hands in the passing lane. Turned over. Here comes Smith. Good hands, that time by Wickware, but couldn't be handled by Foster and floated in by Marcus Smith. Pulls the Blaze within 8. Wickware wants Austin down low. Waves Cannon out. They want Austin down low. Here comes the double team. Good look to Joseph. Gets fouled, and he'll head to the line. Joseph will head to the line. They're calling that on the floor. I'm not sure how that goes as the whistle blows and you rise up for the shot at the same time. That's an easy continuation call. Austin, nice touch. Ray Austin now with 5 points. Smith comes up with the loose ball, threw it into a pair of Blaze players. Kicks it out now to Smith. Floater, good hang and jumper by Smith. Now with 6 points in the quarter, pulls back within 8. Turned over, here come the Blaze. Finds Smith all alone. Can't get it to go. That would have been huge for the Blaze. Joseph tracks down the board, and Cannon looks to push. Wickware, 3 ball. As Wickware stepped on the sideline. So another turnover on the flight. Real sloppy here in the past couple of minutes. But have built a lead. It's 80-72, 35 seconds to go in the third. This is live CBA basketball, brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Krishan Hopkins, good hesitation dribble, and foul called on the floor. That will be the 8th team foul, so it will send Hopkins to the line. He'll go shoot the double bonus. So 2 shots coming for the outstanding player out of Butler University, hometown of Indianapolis, 6'2", 175-pounder. Knocks down the first. 80-73. Two for 3, make it 3 for 4 from the charity stripe for Hopkins. Pulls his Blaze within 6. Shot clock is off. 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. Foster looks to set up the offense. Has Bibbs, Wickware, Austin, and Cannon. Goes baseline, floats it, Wickware. Cannon open, good pump fake. 3 ball, no good. 2 on the shot clock, or 2 on the game clock. And that's good if it goes. No good. We'll go into the fourth quarter with your score. The Fort Wayne Flight up 80-74. Looking to go to 4-0 and stay undefeated on the season is the Flight. The Blaze looking to go above 500 with the W here in Fort Wayne. But as I mentioned, they will play again tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern time. Southbridge High School, Indianapolis, Indiana. For the Fort Wayne Flight will travel down south to play these Indianapolis Blaze. So big quarter for the Flight. Greg Foster had 6 in that quarter, now has 17. Wadner Joseph was huge, had a pair of 3s and 2 free throws. He had 8 in the quarter. That was big output, those 2 gentlemen right there. Marcus Smith for the Blaze, he had a great quarter with 8 points. Jalen Moore had 7 points. That's all of his points here tonight. They all came in the third quarter. So as we get set to start the fourth, again, this is SummitCitySports.com. We're coming to you live from McMillan Park Community Center. It is definitely one of Fort Wayne's best kept secrets, featuring a wellness mall, adult basketball leagues, McMillan Miller's Walking Club, Zumba, and much more. McMillan Park Community Center has something for all ages. Of course, celebrate Bike Month with the Employee Task Force. May is National Bike Month. To celebrate, the Employee Task Force invites all parks and recreation employees to get into gear and ride their bike. Truck the trails on Saturday, April 16th, 11 a.m. And And on Friday, May 20th, Bike to Work Day, whether you want to cut down on pollution or just love getting the exercise, is a great way to avoid daily traffic and stay in shape. If you can do it today, maybe you can do it every day. That's Friday, May 20th, Bike to Work Day. So as we start the fourth quarter, the Flight up 80-74 over the Indianapolis Blaze. 10 minutes to decide who will head home happy and who will be disappointed at the final buzzer here on the hardwood at Mack Park. Foster, Bibbs, Austin, Lytle, and Cannon pull up from the right elbow. No good, and cleared out. They're gonna get a hip check there called on number 12 for the Blaze, Jalen Moore, as Tyler Bibbs skied for the board. Has great length, does Bibbs. He's 6'5", 195, but that wingspan is a difference maker. So that's the first team foul on the Blaze. That could, Austin double team. Foster has the bigger fella on him. They want to go down low to Austin. Foster left wide open, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Krishan Hopkins. Hopkins rises up from three, can't get to go. Rebounded by Foster, doesn't have the numbers. That hesitation dribble though, made himself an angle. And Austin battled for it just enough. Good find by Lytle to Foster, but that was blocked. And pulled out by Hopkins. What a find and a good finish by Montgomery. But that was an outstanding look by Krishan Hopkins. The Blaze pull within 4. Cannon with the floater. No good. Bibbs trying to get the board, couldn't get it. Here comes Montgomery. Has Lytle and Bibbs, and Lytle just took it away, then went off of Montgomery, I believe, but I'm not sure if the referee had an angle on it. They're gonna stay with the Blaze. We'll go out of bounds to Indianapolis. 80-76 is your score. As the referees have a bit of a conference here to talk about something. Inbound now. 2 more up top to Hopkins. It's a good dribble drive. I'm surprised they didn't get the foul called on Foster, but he comes up with the steal. Finds Lytle. Lytle goes baseline floater with the right hand, no good. And loose ball. Got to be a foul that time on Smith. Marcus Smith will get hit with the loose ball foul. That's the second team foul on the Blaze. 8:39 remaining in the fourth. Wadner Joseph checks back in for the Flight, as Greg Foster will get a breather. So Cannon, Bibbs, Austin, Lytle, nice look, but Lytle couldn't handle it. Out of bounds will go Blaze ball. Great play, just couldn't handle the pass on the out of bounds. Lytle with the turnover. We'll go Blaze ball, pull up. Tough shot there. You get that anytime in the shot clock normally. Lytle, top of the key jumper, no good. Bibbs, look at the reach. And stepped out of bounds. Looked like he tiptoed it pretty well down low. But you saw a glimpse right there of the athleticism of Tyler Bibbs. Tyler Bibbs out of the University of St. Francis, local product. Hometown of Indianapolis, 6'5", 195, 23-year-old. Tyler Bibbs, wide open and out of bounds as Marcus Smith stepped on the sideline. Haven't seen as many this year from watching the film of the CBA as we've seen in the years past, but there's 3 times here in this contest. 8:03 remaining, 80-76 is your score. Fort Wayne Flight still on top. Cannon being guarded by Montgomery. Finds Joseph. Joseph wants Austin down low. Finds him. Austin likes to spin move baseline. Joseph with a good pump fake. Dribble drive and gets hit. And we'll head to the line. That foul will go on Salaki. The University of Detroit out of Nigeria. As Joseph is still down. He's holding the calf or the ankle there. As he's still down. I think it's a cramp the way that his teammates are trying to rub it out. It does look like a cramp, and hopefully that's what it is. Of course, don't like to speculate. But as Coach Wilmot brings him some fluids, you can kind of speculate on yourself. Looks like a cramp situation for Joseph. So 7:55 to go. Joseph. He will head to the charity stripe to shoot a pair this evening. Wadner Joseph 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. Had that big third quarter with a pair of threes and a pair of free throws. He now has 9 points, trying to make it 11 for himself and a 6-point advantage for his squad. Joseph knocks down the first. So Wadner Joseph knocks them both down. 5 for 6 from the charity stripe here this evening. Such a huge part of the game is the free throw percentage. Games are won and lost on the charity stripe. There's no doubt about that. Good switch there, which put Austin on, and they just threw it away almost. Good look down low to Salaki, and blocked by Bibbs. And then a foul called. Foul called on Reggie Lytle. Not sure. I think that referee, though, may have to get his P replaced in the whistle here after the amount of times it's been blown tonight. Marcus Smith with the ball, being guarded by Bibbs. Very impressed with Bibbs' athleticism. At the shot clock, that was partially blocked. Shot clock violation picked up by Austin. They'll let the play go. Cannon, nice look to Bibbs, and Bibbs lost it. Good look by Cannon, though. 82-76. Hopkins, good pump fake, and foul, can't get it to go. He'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Good long step dribble drive for number 1, Krishan Hopkins out of Butler University. Back to the line to shoot 2. 3 for 4 from the charity stripe for Hopkins. Your 5 for the flight on the floor. Lytle, Wickware, Bibbs, Austin, and Cannon. Your 5 for the Blaze. As we'll wait for the substitutions and see who checks out. Pair of subs over there sitting. As he does knock both of them down, does Hopkins. 82-78 is your score. Checking in for the first time, number 14, Link Lovins out of Indiana University of Kokomo. So Lovins, Smith, Hopkins, Salaki, and Anthony White for the Blaze. Wickware wants a screen from Austin. Gets Lovins to switch. Finds Bibbs, wide open from 3. Got it! Tyler Bibbs with a huge 3-ball. His first, second of the game. Now has 10 points. 85-78 is your score. Foul called that time on Bibbs. Will go out of bounds to the Blaze. 6:40 remaining. Dribble drive by Hopkins, leaves it for Salaki. Skip pass, Lytle open from 3, but once again stepped on the sideline. Turnover by the flight. 6.5 minutes remaining. 85-78 is your score. 3-ball, Hopkins can't get it to go. Rebounded by Salaki and elbowed Austin right in the head. But putback is good. Salaki with his first bucket. Very important one as they pull within 5 with 6 minutes remaining in the game. Austin double team. Skip pass, Wickware. Can't get it to go, rebounded by Lovins. Lovins finds White. White looks for the dribble drive, goes with the right, and a foul called. That is not a foul, ladies and gentlemen. If the defensive player is standing and the offensive player creates the contact, that is a no call. Let the boys play. These are grown men out here. As the foul will go against the Flight and to Bibbs. That's his third, team's fourth. Anthony White will head to the line to try to convert the three-point play. Has 12 points on the night, can pull his squad within 2. He does just that, 85-83. Foster and Joseph check back in along with Antonio Wilson for the Flight. So Wickware, Foster, Joseph, Wilson, and Cannon. Just under 6 minutes remaining in this contest. Foster skips it to Cannon. Cannon goes the opposite side of the screen from Wilson. And back up top to Foster. Now rubs the screen from Wilson. Foster with the hesitation dribble. Joseph back out to Wickware. Wickware for 3 is hammered and knocked it down. Corey Wickware with a huge play. Knocks down the 3 and is hammered. Will get the opportunity for the 4-point play here on the hardwood at Mack Park with 5.5 minutes to go. 88-83 is your score. Corey Wickware, that's his 4th-3 of the game. And converts the 4-point play. Big play for the Flight, now back up by 6, 89-83, 5.5 minutes to go. A little full court pressure by Foster. Hopkins. Good take by Krishan Hopkins. He's so strong on his dribble. Foster got cut off in the baseline. Wickware wants another 3-ball. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Wilson. Back out to Cannon. Cannon, right-handed floater. Nicely done by Antonio Cannon. Cannon with his first points of the quarter. 91-85. Good look. Can't finish by Smith, but gets his own rebound and put back. Deion Smith pulls his squad back within 4. We're 4:45 remaining in the game. Wickware wants a screen from Wilson. Gets Salaki on him. He can go right past him. He does. Wickware floated with the right. That's blocked. Right there, Smith looked like he got him with the off arm, but definitely was a clean block with the left. Had to have been the body or the offhand for Smith, because that was definitely a good block on the ball. That will send Wickware to the line. He'll get a pair of free throws. As that is the 3rd on Deion Smith, the 5th team foul, 2 away from the double bonus. Knocks down the first, does Wickware. 4 for 5 from the charity stripe here this evening. Knocks them both down. Does Corey Wickware. And a timeout on the floor called by Coach Roderick Wilmot. Cover just some of the programs here at McMillan Park Community Center. Talked about the Wellness Mall. Come enjoy our Wellness Mall here at McMillan Park Community Center, where you can enjoy walking and exercising in the comforts of a clean and spacious facility. Hours are Mondays and Fridays, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m., and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Also, the Cardio Fit aerobics classes. McMillan Park Community Center offers a new aerobics class called Cardio Fit. This full-body workouts for anyone who wants to build overall fitness. It offers all level of cardio routines and strength training. Classes are on Monday and Wednesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. The MPCC after-school program here at McMillan Community Center offers a safe, fun environment for after-school hours. School-age children ages 5 to 18 are admitted free. I say again, are admitted free to play, do homework, and enjoy a nourishing evening meal. Register your child today, or for information, call 427-2420. Also, the last but not least, the Men's Open Basketball League right here at McMillan Park. Try out your skills here if you want to get a squad in here at McMillan Park Men's Open Basketball League starting May 5th. Registration is $40 per team, and games are played on Thursday evenings at 7 and 8 p.m. Leagues are 8 weeks, and deadline for registration is April 26th or until spots are filled. Registration forms are located at the guest services desk here at the Mac Park Community Center. Back to the action, 4.5 minutes to go. SummitCitySports.com bringing you this live CBA action. As Krishan Hopkins looks to set up the offense. Down low to Solanke, being guarded by Wilson. Drop step in the baseline. Puts it up, goes glass, then knocks it home. Good post move. The Flight wanted an offensive call, or offensive traveling call there. Cannon with a nice hesitation. Got contact from Solanke, no call. Solanke came with the rebound. 93-89, 4 minutes to play in the fourth. Good take by Deion Smith. Pulls his Indianapolis Blaze back within 2. 93-91, under 4 minutes. Wickware wants another one, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Solanke, having huge minutes for Coach Ingram here in the fourth quarter. The Blaze with the chance to tie it up or take the lead with the 3 ball as they go down to Smith. Solanke, and they're going to call a foul on the floor on Wilson, I believe, on the swipe down. That will be that is Wilson's 5th. Thought they called that on the floor. It looked like the referee made the signal for the floor, but Solanke is at the line, shooting a pair. Has a chance to tie it up if he knocks them both down. Can Solanke. First one, nothing but net. Solanke. Akinyemi Solanke misses the second. 1 for 2 that's time. 93-92. Foster from 15 kicks it to Wickware. Wickware pump fake goes down low to Austin to see if the double team comes. Austin spins into the lane. Floater, can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Blaze. They have a chance now to go take a lead since they've lost it in that second quarter. 3 ball, no good. Loose ball comes down to Cannon. Cannon has Wickware in the corner. Cannon takes it in the lane, floats, puts it up, and gets the roll. Just when Coach Wilmot and the Flight needed their superstar, he took it to the bucket and got himself a field goal to put it back up by 3, and then a foul called on the drop-off to Smith. I believe they got that on Wadner Joseph. It is the team 6th. Deion Smith to the line. He'll get 2 shots. 3 for 3 from the charity stripe here this evening. Back rim no good on the first. Deion Smith averages 12 a game. More impressively, averaging 10 boards a game. Hits the second, so 1 for 2 that trip. Four for 5 on the night. 2:41 to go. 95-93 is your score. The Fort Wayne Flight up. Foster, Joseph, Bibbs, Wickware, and Cannon on the floor. Right now, Joseph is playing the 5. He's maybe 6'4". Screens on him, pulls up. Cannon can't get it to go. Joseph battles for the board. Bibbs can't come down with it. Smith does. 2:15 to go. 95-93. 3 left wide open. Knocked it down. What's the call? They're going to get the call on Wickware, and they're going to count the bucket. So foul called on Wickware off the ball on Solanke as they knock down the 3 ball. So the opportunity here, just one shot. And knocked down. So 97-95 is your score. The Blaze back on top, have not had the lead since the second quarter. That was early in that quarter where they lost it. Foster goes right by Solanke, lays it up in. That's too easy right there. You get the switch out, and Foster can go right by. Left, back out to Hopkins. Hopkins gonna launch a 3 ball. Can't get it to go. And loose ball foul. Foul called on Krishan Hopkins. Loose ball foul off the rebound. And timeout called by Coach Ingram. Not liking the call, obviously, but that definitely was in the Flight's favor. Minute 45 to go in the game. As the Blaze did call timeout. Minute 45 to go, 97-97. Couldn't ask for a better one here tonight. Beautiful Saturday night in Fort Wayne, Indiana, here at McMillan Park Community Center, also known as Mac Park, here on this beautiful hardwood here on the south side of Fort Wayne, Indiana. This is being brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Jeff Mahoney on the camera. This is Tim Atkinson. I've been calling your play-by-play here this evening. Flight come in tonight in first place in the North Division at 3-0. The Blaze are 1-1 in the early going. They did play a exhibition game early in the season, which found the Fort Wayne Flight winning. But this is the one that counts. 97-97, minute 45 to go. These two teams will play again tomorrow. That will be played in Indianapolis at Southridge High School, home of these Indianapolis Blaze. Outstanding music being played, of course, here at Mac Park by the DJs on the far right court. Michael Mortensen, outstanding PA announcer, always on the mic here at Mac Park for these Fort Wayne Flight as well. Back to the action out of the timeout called by the Blaze. Fort Wayne Flight with the ball, 97-97. Cannon heads to the line to shoot 2. Cannon with 24 points. He averages 25 a clip. as the referee's not sure what they're talking about there at the scorer's table. That's the 7th team foul, should be the double bonus. I'm not even going to try to explain that one, ladies and gentlemen. We'll just go back to the action. Minute 43 to go in the fourth. 97 all. You're on the hardwood at Mack Park. They find Cannon at the right elbow. He's going to get a screen from Joseph. Top of the key jumper. Can't get it to go. It's thrown down. Tyler Bibbs showing you the athleticism. Gets the putback jam. 99-97. Flight take back the lead. Anthony White, good hands by Wickware. Caused the turnover. Minute 7 to play, 99-97. Foster goes baseline, gets cut off, heads back to Joseph. Joseph, back to Foster. Joseph gets a screen right here. Screen. Yep, Joseph gets the screen on Foster. Foster now floated back to Joseph. Joseph, nice dribble drive. Gets through the contact and finishes. Nice play by Wadner Joseph. Blocked by Bibbs. What a huge second half by Tyler Bibbs as Foster finishes and takes the 6-point lead back for the Flight with 30 seconds to go. Solanke, baseline jumper, can't get it to go. And out of bounds, off the Blaze, will go Flight ball with 22 seconds. 103-97 is your score. Timeout called by Coach Ingram and the Blaze. 1 second to talk about it. That's the coaching staff of the Blaze. What an valiant comeback for the Blaze. But right now, doesn't look like it's going to be enough. But still, plenty of time for the Blaze. 22 seconds remaining. They need a quick steal or a foul right away on the out of bounds. You don't want to waste too much time with 22 seconds only remaining in the game and down by 6 points. SummitCitySports.com coming to you live from Mack Park. Excited to be back in the action of the CBA for the 2016 season. Of course, we are at McMillan Park Community Center. It is definitely one of Fort Wayne's best kept secrets. Featuring a wellness mall, adult basketball leagues, McMillan Millers Walking Club, or McMillan Milers Walking Club, Zumba, and much, much more. McMillan Park Community Center has something for all ages. Come out, grab a brochure from the guest services desk. Check out what you can use and need out here. Also, hit up Fort Wayne Parks website, fortwayneparks.org, or like them on Facebook, Fort Wayne Parks and Recreation. SummitCitySports.com, back to the hardwood, 22 seconds remaining. The Fort Wayne Flight up by 6 over the Indianapolis Blaze. Inbounds right away, and they need a foul. Does the Blaze, what are they waiting for? That's exactly what Coach Ingram, as 4 seconds went off the clock, an extra 2 seconds. They would have got that foul quicker. That will send Greg Foster to the line. He will shoot a double bonus here, up by 6. 18 seconds remaining in the contest. 103-97. Can't get the first one to spin home. Second one coming for Foster. Foster, second attempt. Good backspin and nothing but net on that one. 104-97, 7-point advantage. They left Smith wide open, pulls up from 3, can't get it to go, and rebounded by the Flight. That should all but do it. 10 seconds left in the game. Cannon will head to the line to shoot 2. That will all but seal it. here at Mack Park. The Blaze, though, have battled. What a game. Coach James got to be happy with the effort on the court displayed by the Blaze. Cannon does hit it, but just not enough for Indianapolis against this home squad, Fort Wayne Flight, who is picked to win the league. But these two teams will go at it tomorrow, 3 p.m., Southridge High School there in Indianapolis, Indiana. So Cannon hits both, and that'll all but seal it. Hopkins, no good. From 3, Smith with the board, put back, no good. And that's how we'll end, 106-97. Good battle and test for the Flight. I'm gonna hop down right now. We'll get you an interview. All right, Corey, outstanding game. You guys were tested here against the Blaze. All right, you guys have a lot more experience than them, but they battled here tonight. What did you guys expect coming in tonight, and how do you feel you guys did overall?
I think we did good overall. Our game plan was stop them in transition most of the time, and once we got settled down and started believing in ourselves, that's when we got stops and everything, and we just pulled it together at the end.
You're talking about midway through that second quarter where you guys put a lot of stops together, led to some easy transition buckets. You think that was the difference of getting the momentum back for you guys, which carried you into the win?
Yes, I believe that was the key to victory tonight, was stopping them in transition and getting stops, because they was penetrating in the second half. They wasn't shooting as many jumpers as they was the first half, and I think we did a great job overall.
Oh, Corey, you came in tonight and had a huge game, hit several threes, got that 4-point play. It's an outstanding game for you. Good luck tomorrow in Indy.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Sitting here with talented guard Antonio Cannon. What a battle here tonight. All right, your hometown squad, Indianapolis, comes up here north, and they battled you. They're 1-1 coming in the season, but they showed us a lot here tonight. But you guys came on top. What was the difference you saw in this prevailing win?
Well, coming into this game, we knew it was going to be a hard-fought game. You know what I mean? We from Indianapolis and they from Indianapolis, so it kind of puts a bullseye on our back. So we knew we had to come out and play hard. They gave us that good run in the first half, but we had a halftime. We had to regroup and come back out hard.
Now, we talked about a little bit with Corey that midway through the second quarter where you guys finally got the lead there came from a lot of stops and getting out in transition. How important that is for the club to get those stops, to get out to them easy buckets?
Well, it's very important for our defensive end because we focus on defense a lot. So once we're able to get stops and get out and run, we get some transition buckets. So they open up the game for us. It allows Corey to hit those type of threes, and that's what we want.
Now, you finally got some real good help in this backcourt here on the Flight. All right, maybe in years past you felt like maybe you had to do a little bit too much on your own. This year it looks like you're really freed up. It looks like you're very comfortable on the floor. Is that a difference with Greg and Corey coming in this year?
Yeah, it's a big difference. I mean, it takes a lot off me. I don't have to do too much. Those guys are very talented, and they can do a lot with the ball, so I can play off the ball, so I don't have to have the ball all the time. So I look for those guys to make plays, and I play off them.
Well, it was a good game here tonight. Good luck going home tomorrow to face these same Blaze tomorrow for Southridge High School. Good luck tomorrow, Antonio.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ready, Coach? Coach Wilmot, tough game. That was a tough game, weird game a little bit. The Blaze really came out shooting the ball well. I think that had a lot to do with you guys a little lacking on defense, sagging off guys, just not aggressive enough until that mid-second quarter where you put them stops in and got them transition buckets. How disappointed were you in the start of that game with the defensive effort?
I just feel like, we work all week and we scout these guys, and, we just got to do a better job of knowing what we're doing. When we switch and we're switching backing off of guys that can shoot the ball. And we saying switch up and contain the basketball. But I thought, it was better sense of urgency in the second half than it was in the first half. And and the thing tomorrow is going to be a nail. It's going to be tough. But we got to be able to go on the road and bring our defense. And I thought was that third quarter we kind of made a run there defensively, and we did what we were supposed to do. And at the end, that was a kind of weird sequence, that last minute and 30. It's like we scored 5 straight, and it was like we were up only 2. But I think we kept our minds in the game, and we played well, and I'm proud of my guys.
Yeah, these two squads have a lot of familiarity with each other. A lot of guys from Indianapolis. What does it mean? Is there a little extra for these guys in the locker room when they beat the Blaze? Is it just another game for you guys?
It's just another game for us. We've been in this league 3 years, and we've been through a lot in the last 3 years. So we as you see, our team is understanding how to play through stuff when it's not going our way, and that's the maturity level that we have now. And like I said, we just got to play. We just got to keep playing better. We just got to make sure we know what we're doing and play better and get ready for tomorrow.
Last question for you, Coach. Really, this is my chance to see you guys since you got back since the season started. Really impressed with the overall roster now. Seems you got depth. You got multiple options in the backcourt, some at the front court. Tell me personally, what does Wickware and Foster especially? I know the other guys mean a lot too, but what do those two especially mean in the difference, especially for Antonio?
They're interchangeable. You've been here the last 2 years with us, going on 3. Tone had to do so much the first 2 years, so we score 100 and something. Our transition offense is better. Tone's getting a better chance to get a rest here and there. So it's taking him off the ball a lot, which is good. So now when we do put him on the ball, he has a lot of more energy to be able to do what he does. So adding Greg and Corey, man, it's tough, and our offense fits them, and they're playing extremely well for us.
Well, you guys are rolling as a hard battle here tonight, but that's just one of the type of games that you guys need to win this championship this year. So congratulations tonight. Good luck tomorrow in Indy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.